Welcome to the Divine Canine Channel. Welcome to the Divine Canine Channel, where we're talking all things crypto, from NFTs and the metaverse, projects we're currently working on, and we'll even discuss a little bit of God's Word in the Bible. So let's jump right in and get started.
Hi everybody, this is Roman with Divine Canine NFTs, and today we're going to read Matthew 16 and 17. Let's jump right in. The leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. The Pharisees and Sadducees approached and tested him, asking him to show them a sign from heaven. Jesus replied, "When evening comes, you say, 'It will be good weather because the sky is red,' and in the morning, 'Today will be stormy because the sky is red and threatening.' You know how to read the appearance of the sky, but you can't read the signs of the times. An evil and adulterous generation demands a sign, but no sign will be given to it except the sign of Jonah." Then he left them and went away. The disciples reached the other shore, and they had forgotten to take bread. Then Jesus told them, "Watch out and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees." They were discussing among themselves, "We didn't bring any bread." Aware of this, Jesus said, "You of little faith, why are you discussing among yourselves that you do not have bread? Don't you understand yet? Don't you remember the 5 loaves for the 5,000 and how many baskets you collected? Or the 7 loaves for the 4,000 and how many large baskets you collected? Why is it you don't understand that when I told you, 'Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees,' it wasn't about bread?" Then they understood that he had not told them to beware of the leaven and bread, but of the teaching of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Peter's confession of the Messiah. When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, still others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. But you," he asked them, "who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Jesus responded, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, because flesh and blood did not reveal this to you, but my Father in heaven. And I also say to you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overpower it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will have been bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will have been loosed in heaven." Then he gave the disciples orders not to tell no one who he was, that he was the Messiah. His death and resurrection predicted. From then on, Jesus began to point out to his disciples that it was necessary for him to go to Jerusalem and suffer many things from the elders, chief priests, and scribes, be killed, and be raised on the 3rd day. Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. "Oh no, Lord, this will never happen to you." Jesus turned and told Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a hindrance to me because you're not thinking about God's concerns but humans' concerns. Take up your cross." Then Jesus said to his disciples, "If anyone wants to follow after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life because of me will find it. For what will it benefit someone if he gains the whole world, yet loses his life? Or what will anyone give in exchange for his life? For the Son of Man is going to come with his angels in the glory of his Father, and then he will reward each according to what he has done. Truly I tell you, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." This is where it gets good, guys. The Transfiguration. After 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and his brother John and led them up on a high mountain by themselves. He was transfigured in front of them, and his face shone like the sun. His clothes became as white as the light. Suddenly, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, talking with Jesus. Then Peter said to Jesus, "Lord, it is good for us to be here. If you want, I will set up 3 shelters here, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." While he was still speaking, suddenly a bright cloud covered them, and a voice from the cloud said, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him." When the disciples heard this, they fell face down and were terrified. Jesus came up, touched them, and said, "Get up, don't be afraid." When they looked up, they saw no one except Jesus alone. As they were coming down the mountain, Jesus commanded them, "Don't tell anyone about the vision until the Son of Man is raised from the dead." So the disciples asked him, "Why then do the scribes say that Elijah must come first?" "Elijah is coming and will restore everything," he replied. "But I tell you, Elijah has already come, and they didn't recognize him. On the contrary, they did whatever they pleased to him. In the same way, the Son of Man is going to suffer at their hands." Then the disciples understood that he spoke to them about John the Baptist. The power of Jesus over a demon. When they reached the crowd, a man approached and knelt down before him. "Lord," he said, "have mercy on my son, because he has seizures and suffers terribly. He often falls into the fire and often into the water. I brought him to your disciples, but they couldn't heal him." Jesus replied, "You unbelieving and perverse generation, how long will I be with you? How long must I put up with you? Bring him here to me." Then Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of him, and from that moment the boy was healed. Then the disciples approached Jesus privately and said, "Why couldn't we drive it out?" Jesus said, "Because of your little faith," he told them. "For truly I tell you, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you will tell this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." The second prediction of his death. As they were gathering together in Galilee, Jesus told them, "The Son of Man is about to be betrayed into the hands of men. They will kill him, and on the third day he will be raised up." And they were deeply distressed. Paying the temple tax. When they came to Capernaum, those who collected the temple tax approached Peter and said, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" "Yes," he said. When he went into the house, Jesus spoke to him first. "What do you think, Simon? From whom do earthly kings collect tariff and taxes? From their sons or from strangers?" "From strangers," he said. "Then the sons are free," Jesus told him. "But so we won't offend them, go to the sea, cast in a fish hook, and take the first fish that you catch. When you open its mouth, you'll find a coin. Take it and give it to them for me and you." That's beautiful stuff, guys. Jesus does a lot of things in that chapter. I suggest you go back over it, read it by yourself, and let me know in the comments what you think, and we could discuss it. Today's verse of the day is Ephesians 5:1-2. It says, "Therefore, be imitators of God as dearly loved children, and walk in love, as Christ also loved us, and gave himself for us, a sacrificial and fragrant offering to God." Well, awesome, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, comments, or you want to say anything, please leave it below, and we look forward to hearing from you guys. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know that our website is still up and running. You still have an opportunity to mint one of your Divine K9 NFTs, and we look forward to seeing what kind of NFT you get. For example, if we go into my collection, right here on my Phantom wallet, which collects my NFTs, you can see that this Divine K9 is number 17 out of the bunch, and it has some pretty cool stuff going on here. Really cute looking guy. And then it goes to its properties, and you can read what kind of background. It's a Mozart background. It's pretty cool. Its accessory, it has a music maker. Right there, it's flute. So forth and so on. It has some drip drop eyeballs, kind of graffiti style. I think that's pretty cool. It matches his afro right there. Pretty cool stuff. And then it has its Bible verse, Psalm 4:4. Which I'm really excited about. So when you mint one of your Divine Canine NFTs off of divinec9nft.com, you'll get a NFT like that, and the NFTs aren't that much right now. 0.1 Solana is like $20, give or take. So if you have $20 worth of Solana, you could get one of these, and we'll end up taking that money and giving a Bible to somebody through Bible League International. So I just want to let you guys know that we're still doing that, as well as we still have our clothing line up if you guys want to check that out. Otherwise, we'll talk to you guys later.